going to have a good session today. Ali, I see you.
Yo, how's it going, guys?
Doing well. And you?
Yeah, all good. It's funny just watching, Twitter spaces there. There's like the Tang Gang have a space going now with like 20 people listening.
Oh,
The 9-inch crew have a spaces going. It has like 50 people listening, and then there's like TitanX spaces has like 1,200 people. It's crazy. Taking over.
And for good reason. For good reason. Fair crypto should win and should take over the space. I think everything else that isn't fair crypto should eventually become just fringe crypto. And that's really the only way this space survives long term. But yes, Ali, by the way, I watched your stream earlier, during the week, and you covered quite a bit, actually. That was quite good. And I'd like you to just go over a bit of that during this session, particularly the sort of the toolbox for anyone who wants to set up a protocol in this space, and how kind of straightforward it can be. I think you made all the mistakes, and now
I'll touch on that.
Yeah, correct.
And I'll touch on that in my little up.
Ali, I think you're breaking up, huh?
That me, Rogan?
Just in and out.
Hey, I just want to say what's up to everybody. Plan A, Mike Dean, Ali, Mo, Crypto Awesome, everybody. Just want to say happy Sunday and look forward to listening to Space. I'm just going to be listening today because I've got some family in town. So cheers, everybody.
Understood. Thanks, Raymond. Thanks a lot. Mike.
Going.
Yes. Good. Not bad at all. Not bad.
Yeah.
Do you have the co-host invite? They sent that first thing. And
I think I still haven't got it. Probably try that again.
Okay. Certainly will do.
No worries.
Good. So again, thanks everyone for joining. We will be starting promptly today, as usual. So 5 minutes past the hour, we will kick off. Mo, I see you. TitanX, thanks for all the work that everyone is doing to make sure that the TitanX brand is pushed and is noticeable. So thanks again. Okay, so now it's 5 minutes past the hour. Mike, I wondered, are we all good on the YouTube front?
That is correct. We're all live on YouTube as well.
Oh, great. Good. So again, thanks everyone for joining. What we will do, I think those of us who are regulars here know exactly how the layout of our town halls. To borrow your word, I think it was the Mo who first used the term that actually, I do like quite a lot. This is the TitanX town hall, and everyone is welcome. So during the course of this session, any questions or concerns that anyone has, we will have a good chunk of this session for that. But before that, we normally will go through the stats, the TitanX stats that is, and then hand over to our builders to take us through the various updates. So I think we will sort of on that note kick off. I am sort of bringing up ADATRX. If there are any other builders in the house, please feel free to put your hand up. I will bring you up. Great. Okay, so let's look at the stats. Now, I will kick off with the Mike Dean's TitanX Hub Premium. I would really recommend this to anyone who is really interested in this space, and to see the level of work and the granularity of data that you can get to make informed decisions. So let me just kick off with just saying, I think this is day 317 of the TitanX protocol. We have 13.6 thousand unique users. So that would be wallets. We have, to date, we've had 49,000 or 49.7 thousand ETH that has gone through the protocol without a hitch. So, and that is really, really good. In USD terms, at today's prices, it could be anywhere between, I mean, I'll approximate it to about 150 million USD, in USD terms, has actually flown through the TitanX protocol. Miners started, 265,000 miners have been started with this protocol. Long and short, as I normally say, and of course, Dude will remind me of my usage of the term.
I've just took the first shot of Jägermeister.
So, but the protocol is solid. That is the point. It is solid, and we have a lot to look forward to in the future. In terms of what we're expecting this month, we a couple of weeks ago, and before we entered into the month of September, I think we all were aware that we had about 25 trillion TitanX tokens waiting to hit the market. As of today, we have I think 19.2 trillion TitanX tokens due to hit the market over the course of this month. So far so good. Those who know the story will know that October we're expecting to see 13 trillion tokens, TitanX tokens, that is, hit the market, and by November we will hit the hyper-deflationary phase in earnest. So that is pretty much what as much as I will go with respect to the TitanX hub. Now I would like to quickly visit the TitanX website, and I'm now on the stats page. If we look at TitanX in liquid form, it's approximated 60 trillion. Now we'll recall that last week it was about 54 trillion. So there's been a jump, and we all know why that is the case. And I think over the course of this month, we'll continue to see the increase with the liquid TitanX. I think on that note, we all know that there are a lot of build on TitanX protocols that we're expecting. I think I'll leave everyone to fill in the blanks, and you could tell what would happen. I would say there are sufficient protocols out there to absorb the TitanX tokens that are hitting the market. That's just my view, not financial advice. Buy and burn. So if you look at the buy and burn piece of the pie, it's 37.47%. So 37.47% of all TitanX tokens that have been mined and claimed have been burnt now. So I'm not coming back to the market. In numbers terms, that's, and I'll approximate it to 66 trillion TitanX tokens, just rounding it up slightly. Great. I think on that note, knowing that we would have quite a bit to cover today, I want to hand over to Mike, and then of course, our builders can give us their various updates. Well, thanks, Mike. Over to you.
All right, yeah, thank you very much, Plan A, and shout out to you. Thank you for the shout out regarding TitanX Sub Premium. Yeah, I mean, this is something which definitely working hard to get it going. And I'm also going to be adding more and more projects in there. There is a lot of things going on, so I'm trying to effectively allocate my time as good as possible. It's more like a luxury problem, I have to say. I mean, it is what it is, right? We're all very busy. I'm literally just waking up in the morning, staring on the computer the whole day, and when I get, at least the only time I'm off a little bit is like when I go and hit the gym. At least then I have a bit of time. So, but I'm not complaining. It's really awesome, and it's just just working, and that's it. And it's awesome. It's awesome, and I'm also obviously it's awesome that things are growing. More projects are coming in. Community is growing as well. There's this excitement. So it's absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I have to say that. So I have 3 things here. I have pinned those tweets above as well. So one thing is that the LegendX token is launching tomorrow. I just had a stream with Rudy, the creator of LegendX. So if you're interested in that, you might want to listen to the stream. So if you want to learn a bit more how that works, Titan Legends was the first NFT project on TitanX back then. I think they launched around the 18th of January, if I remember correctly. I'm looking this information on TitanXsub.com, by the way. I don't have it in my head. But anyway, around 18th of February, that was the time when it launched. If I remember correctly, it was the same time as DragonX launched back then. So first it was just an NFT project, but then later on, I mean, as in tomorrow, they're going to make the token version of it, right? So if you have the NFT, you can swap that to the token hybrid. But if you want to learn more, look at the stream, or also just check the white paper. That's you find all the explanation there. Nevertheless, you can visit TitanXsub.com. You can then click on the white paper link and also join all the social media links, including Telegram and also X. The other thing which I would like to say is also that this is also something which I pinned there as well, and it's regarding the security aspect of things. It's something a little bit unfortunate, to be honest, right? Because I do get some of these DMs where people, community members, who somewhat shared their seed phrase on Telegram. So it's always like a sad story to hear that that has happened. And mostly from what I'm hearing more and more, it's more probably the newer people and they don't exactly understand how things work. And probably also on Telegram, it's somewhat very confusing at times, because there is a lot of people, admins. You see that somebody who is an admin in the Telegram group, and then you get a message from him, right? And these are scammers who are impersonating the admins, obviously. And then, well, it's somewhat like very convincing to the people, especially if you're new and you still haven't figured out things, and you transfer your seed phrase to them. And obviously the first thing they will do is like, well, they drain everything from your wallet. And and then they have probably also like a script, like a super bot running. So whenever you send in money there, that money will just be will be drained straight away. So luckily some of this stuff, I mean, especially if you have like miners which are still running. So mostly from what I'm seeing is that if you have miners which are still running, the hackers, they don't look so deeply into things. So especially if you have miners, I can recover them. And the big issues with the recovery is that you essentially cannot do it manually, because if they have a sweeper bot, essentially whenever you send an ETH to that address, that ETH gets drained straight away. So you actually can't, essentially, right? But I mean, so I have my own bot running essentially and trying to recover that. So that is something which I was able to recover. I mean, I feel good that I'm able to do this, and people are very thankful about it. But I would rather not have this situation at all. So this is something which I'm not so sure how we're going to do about it, but I'm thinking one thing which I'm probably going to do is just have a tweet which is repeating the same thing once a week or something, so that to just warn new people, because they just don't understand yet. That is like, that seed phrase is essentially the key to everything. And once somebody has that key, that's it. I mean, for people who are already in crypto for a long time, this essentially is okay. They know this already. But for new people, this is something they have absolutely no clue about, especially if it's somebody, if it's an admin who is being impersonated. You also have that belief like, hey man, this guy is an admin, like I believe in him, right? So yeah, but nevertheless, never ever share your seed phrase, even if it's the admin telling you there's like some there's some other ETH which you can claim here or something. I mean, anything in that direction. Essentially, never ever share your seed phrase, whoever that is, even if it's Jake himself. Probably most likely that's going to be Jake impersonator. So even the admin whatsoever. Anyway, I'm glad I was able to help him out. Very happy about it as well, and he's also very thankful. Probably he's also listening in. I'm not so sure, but nevertheless, I think this is just has to be repeated and over again, especially for newer people. That is like, you never ever share your seed phrase. Yeah, there is. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah, there is. I think the next 2 or 3 days, I'm doing several recoveries of several people. So hopefully that also works out very well. All the recoveries so far have been successful. So looking forward to also be, this should be also successful. I had another person who contacted me the day before yesterday, and he was not from the TitanX community, was from another community. It was very unfortunate because obviously, like probably some of you guys who are listening to me, there is somewhat trust between me and you, although maybe I haven't dogs or anything, but well, I've been around and whatever. I mean, you understand what I mean. So I mean, he was very hesitant to like work with me, and I really wanted to help him, but I mean, it was very hard for me to establish the trust in some ways. Nevertheless, even the miners themselves, so I was not able to help him. But I mean, because he was not like because he thought I was also the scammer, which I guess I could believe, if you don't know me yet, I guess. So yeah, he was able. Even his miners were drained. But I mean, I believe I could have helped him out, but unfortunately, that trust was not able to establish. Nevertheless, I'm rambling way too much regarding this, but just for the last sentence on this matter, never ever share your seed phrase. I mean, I think that should be, for all new people, should be very, very important. And probably lastly, just want to mention that the Hydra white paper has launched. Probably some of you already know that. There is currently, I think in parallel right now, Eric and Jake are currently streaming. So you might want to have a look later on. Stay here, don't jump away, listen to us, and then listen later. Anyway, just joking. You're going to find the white paper on TitanXSub.com, and while you're at it, please join also the Hydro Telegram group and to learn more. That's it from my side. Thank you very much, and I'm still around, so if there's any questions, let me know.
Hey, Plan A, can I chime in real quick? This is TEDx.
Yes, please feel free.
You there?
Yes, can you hear me? TEDx, can you hear me?
Hi, TEDx.
Mike, hear me or not? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. I guess Plan A cannot hear you, but fire away.
Okay, thanks, Mike. I'm going to go full disclosure on, and I want to kind of back up what Mike was saying. I fell victim to a sweeper bot, and I'm not ashamed to say it. And it was very, very swift. I didn't get completely drained. I think I actually got a dumb sweeper bot, to be honest with you, because it didn't completely drain my wallet. It just took what it wanted, and then it monitored. And I was like, systematically, as long as I didn't go over a certain amount, I could get stuff out, but it became out of control. I turned to Mike for support and help. It wasn't a big miner. It happened back in April. It was the one time that I made a mistake. I'm paying for it now. But due diligence is everything. I was communicating with Mike yesterday. And even though it had been discussed weeks before, even prior to actually initiating the process, I went through a series of checks and questions with Mike to make sure that it was actually him. And that worked out. So always double check your digits, always check the characters, the avatars, whatever it may be. If anything looks off, just throw up a red flag and step back and really think your thoughts through before you do something foolish like I did. And it was a lesson learned, hopefully one I'll never make again. Thanks.
Thank you, Ted. Thank you. Can you hear me, Mike? Can you hear me? Mike.
No worries. Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, great. Sorry about that. Just wanted to, I wanted to reconfirm. Dude, over to you.
Hey, thanks. Hope everybody's having an excellent Sunday. I am just going through the Element 280 code, and I'm getting more and more excited every day with this. If you guys did not see it, we just did a stream with Mike. So please check out that replay. There's lots of very in-depth analysis. I think it answers all of the questions. And I've also got a stream with Verse later tonight in about 7 hours or so. So you please come check that out. That would be awesome. It seems like the community has been overwhelmingly positive on the feedback with Element 280. So I'm super excited about that as well. There's just been a couple of minor things that Jake himself has brought up to our attention that we're looking at modifying. So just FYI on our white paper, the tax system might change slightly to prevent any gaming of the system in a negative manner. And then also, the distribution as far as all of the projects that we are bringing on, that's going to be changing. We're going to wait till basically last minute to decide on the percentage allocation for each project, mainly because we don't know exactly who's going to launch and who won't before we do. So like perfect example, Titan Legends is launching tomorrow. We'll definitely add them into our list and make sure that they get some kind of allocation to the Element 280 project. We are still absolutely on track to launch in October, so keep your eyes open for that. And yeah, that's it. I'll be around if anybody's got any questions, and have a great Sunday.
Thank you, dude. Thanks. Can I just ask in this? I mean, where are you in terms of your time frame for launching Element 280? And yeah, and are you? I know you're probably going to tweak it as you've just mentioned. Have you obtained any audits? And if so, are you then going to have to re-audit what the protocol?
We have not started any of the audit process. We are going to run both audits simultaneously to kind of save a little bit of time on that front. As far as the tweaks that we're making, none of this is changing the logic of the smart contracts. It's literally the stuff that we're looking at changing, like the percent allocation to each project. That's a simple variable that doesn't change. Like even if we were fully audited and we went back to change the percent distribution of each project, it's not going to introduce any additional risk to the project because it's a simple variable constant that we have put in there. But we're absolutely on track to be launching. We're shooting for early October. The main thing is there's several projects that are launching in the next few weeks, and we would really like to incorporate all of those into our launch. So we're looking at early October, and I feel very confident that we can meet that requirement.
Great. Thanks, dude. Ali, over to you.
Yeah, oh my goodness, what another crazy week in the ecosystem. It's like there's never a dull day. If there's a little bit of a dip, it's getting, it's getting add up. Again, yesterday I was, made a post yesterday on Twitter about that the market had decided that the dip wasn't happening, and then it dipped again overnight. And the market has decided again that we're not having any of it. Do you know what was really fun as well? Bringing back 2021 vibes was the Hydra Telegram this afternoon when it hit 1,500 members, and they announced that because obviously they were going to release the white paper when they hit 1,500 members. When it hit the 1,500 members, there must have been like 1,000 messages and gifs shared in the next 5 minutes. It was good crack, good to see, and like everybody in there just having a bit of fun, which, as you know me, I love to see it. But yeah, we've had in the Blaze team, we've had another wonderful week. I hope people remember me last week saying about don't sleep on Blaze. Blaze has popped a 2.5x in the last 8 days, the price, from the bottom to where it is at the minute. It's had a really nice run. We've been saying for weeks that people are sleeping on it, and it's starting to pick up a little bit of momentum now. And Blaze is always going to increase or sort of just improve in its ways once the Ethereum price starts to go up. Yes, it's tied in with TitanX, but those reward pools need the Ethereum price to go up, but people are still participating heavier, and just to participating in the daily auctions. Today, there was an 18% ROI today. So you could have put $100 in this morning and sold for $118 5 minutes later. So, but the ecosystem likes compounding, getting quick gains. Blaze at the minute is great for that. Never mind all the long-term prospects with it. There was another 5 diamond hand tickets handed out. So, that's another 20,000 tokens locked off the market for a long, long time. So, Blaze chugging along lovely, doing its thing. Inferno, what a day yesterday. It can't keep up with what's going on in Inferno. We keep expecting to have some sort of, expecting to have some sort of pullback or cool down, whatever. But, we broke 1 trillion TitanX to Mint Inferno last week. And we were going, I wonder, can we do it again? Can we do it again? And yesterday we seen 1.5 trillion TitanX come in to Mint Inferno, and that buy and burn balance hit over $1.5 million. Again, a few weeks ago, I was going, imagine we could get to week 10 and have $1 million in the buy and burn. That would be absolutely insane. Here we are. We have one more week to go, and I think currently there's still about $1.1 million in the buy and burn. So, crazy stats on Inferno. I think it's nearly 6 trillion in TitanX in total has been used to mint Inferno. So yeah, awesome to see. And I'll have a little jab at the dude. I think Inferno took over Helios on the TitanX burnt leaderboard. Woo! So that was nice to see as well. And there's no hiding from it. We have been getting attacked by an MEV bot on the Blaze pool. It's had some negative effects on the buy and burn, and I'm here and I'm happy to answer any questions at all, because we could get into quite a lot of detail on what's going on there. There's some, it's been some ugly stuff, but some, you got to take the silver linings where they are. There's some really, really cool things has happened from it. Taking the good of a bad situation, where there's some really interesting things happening with that in the background. So I'm happy to answer any questions from the community on what's going on over there. And yeah, onwards and upwards, everything's looking great. And I was saying at the start of the spaces, TitanX ecosystem really is, it's not even cooling off. We're expecting it to cool off. We've got Hydra coming, X28 coming, Flux coming, Volt coming, there's, and I'm not even talking about stuff that I'm personally involved in. So there's just so much happening. and you know, 55 people on the Twitter space for the 9-inch team. Only 31 listening to the Tangang space, and currently there's like over 2,000 people listening to Jake and Eric and this space as well, the TitanX ecosystem. Those are the stats that are more important. Community is more important than anything. We're really showing our strength in numbers here. Just on that as well, the weekly blaze this week, Richie B has been throwing out this phrase, the community of unity. So we are having a community of unity stream on the weekly blaze on Tuesday night. And we have about 8 different community members that will be on the panel to just chat about what's going on, what they love, what they hate, and hopefully taking some insults from me along the way. So if anybody has any questions after the builders have all spoke, I'm happy to answer. Thanks very much for letting me speak again, guys. Pleasure to be here. Onwards and upwards.
Thanks, Ali. And yes, it would be, well, first of all, a great update. And it would be definitely helpful if you could, take some questions on the MEV bots attack that you mentioned.
Yeah, so I just didn't want to get into detail now in case it took over a fair bit of the space. But if you want me to give, if you want me to explain some things or answer some questions, I'm more than happy to do it now or wait until the other speakers speak.
Correct. Yes, I think let's wait for the other speakers to speak first, and then we will, we'll come back to.
Oh, sorry. Can I just? You actually mentioned as well one more thing. It is worth mentioning that Accelerate. There's a couple of us, me and Josh and Scotty Blaze, are working on this little development agency where we're helping TitanX ecosystem or community members build their own products or their own projects. So if XLR8, the 3 letters and then number 8.build is the website. And we currently have 3 builds underway with community members. Stuff that ties people, want to build stuff within the ecosystem on their favorite coins and their favorite parts of the ecosystem. And we're thrilled to be able to help people do that.
Oh, that's great. I think more on that a bit later.
Yep.
It's great. Vote. Over to you, and then Baby DragonX, Aviator, and good. A vote, over to you. Okay, I think we can move on to James, and after James, I think if the vote comes back, then we'll
Hello, everybody. I'm on a new device. How's the audio working?
Better.
Better. Wonderful. It's my cheap laptop from 2018, which I'll replace, but it seems to be a better speaker than the phone. Anyways, thanks, everyone. It is a pleasure to be back on the weekly TitanX Spaces. I can't believe episode, 36, 39, 36. You guys have done incredible. Well, it's just the consistency of it. You and Mike Dean put in so much effort. Mike Dean can't stay off Spaces this weekend. I don't know if he's getting any steak in of if he's getting to the gym, gotta have work-life balance, I guess. So, Baby DragonX, we are really having a lot of fun over there because we were able to allocate some funds at the very beginning, which was a little controversial. Like, what's future rewards? What's grants? How's that going to work? Well, we made some lucky moves, and the grant wallet hit a high of about $97,000 of funds. And with that, we're going to kick off a minimum of 2 protocols. We're about to run a DAO proposal vote on 2 of them. The first one was raised by the community, actually a community member who's extremely strong, very, very outspoken, very great for the community, and is a participant in the moderating and community leader. So he has come up with a very interesting protocol called Scale. I'm not going to run all through it here. I'm going to give like 30 seconds about it. And you can always visit the Baby DragonX Telegram, click back through pinned messages, and then you'll see the DAO proposal vote or the DAO proposal info on the several protocols that will be up for a vote. So basically Scale is you're going to be able to mint scale either through TitanX or DragonX. And this is going to be a reflection token. So these are meme coins. Scale is a meme coin course, we like to have utility in Baby DragonX ecosystem. You can read more about it. There's going to be some interesting, no buy tax, 0 buy tax, and the sell tax. Well, that's where we're going to get the reflections from. So the holders of Scale are going to benefit by getting even more Scale into their wallets. Keep in mind that because it's a DAO proposal currently, these are the broad strokes that you are voting on. Percentages could change a little bit. What we actually mint with could change a little bit. But for the most part, what you see is what you get in the DAO proposal. So that's Scale. Scale's a pretty straightforward protocol. I think we could whip it out in 2 weeks. Everybody always makes the 2-week joke, 2 weeks. So it could be 2 weeks to build it, 2 weeks to audit it, and then launch in October is the time frame we're expecting. Let's move down to the next. If you page through, you're going to see a lot of proposals that were red X'd, too complicated, didn't look like it was quite, didn't quite fit the Baby Dragon realm ethos. But then we get down to proposal 9, and proposal 9 is the one that myself and another core team member came up with. It's called Rune, R-U-N-E. This is a meme coin that is very similar to Baby DragonX with a couple extra pieces and components in it. We are going to use, again, 0 buy tax for Rune. And the percentage of sell tax, it's going to be between 3 and 5%. There's going to be burning mechanisms in there. So some of the sell tax will go to burn, buy and burn Baby DragonX, which means obviously we've got to buy more DragonX in order to drop it into that contract. There will be, it's proposed to have some buy and burn of the new token, which is Rune, and then just a little bit of funds to keep the protocol going in marketing. So a lot of builders are, I don't want to say altruistic, but we're willing to invest a lot in these protocols to keep them going. So I was able to, luckily enough, I was able to keep Baby DragonX going through the launch, through the audits, through all the marketing, through paying our mods, through paying pay. It's like the U.S. government. Like you always need to pay something. That is not sustainable. So we've got to slice out a little piece of marketing there where we can actually pay for things. Pay for the blue checks, pay for occasional KOLs, because we like to donate to the KOLs whenever they do things with us. So that is just a little slice of a piece out there for the marketing efforts. So everything about Baby DragonX is all about dragons. It's a dragon lair. It's dragon eggs with runes. And we just passed a DAO vote. I'm pretty excited about this one. Element 280. So we just heard from the dude earlier. The dude can't stop talking about Element 280, and we can't stop talking about it either, because Baby DragonX has just become a 1/3 investor and owner in their fascinating protocol. So this is another revenue stream for Baby DragonX holders. We're super excited about that. We're not only going to be an investor, we're actually allocating funds to participate too. So we're going to buy a whole stack of those NFTs and be able to participate in those interesting tokenomics too. So those are the 3 items. One is already passed. We're already a 1/3 owner in Element X or Element 280. The other 2 DAO votes we expect to be put on the docket fairly soon. I keep saying 24 hours, and then we keep having more discussions with advisors to say, tweak this. But we're going to put this out for a vote because, obviously slight changes can be made after they're voted on. It's basically the broad strokes. Does the community want these? Do they want to see more value in Baby DragonX? Not to mention our $160,000, $180,000 of future rewards that we're not touching. That's sitting over there. We're actually DCAing out a little bit of the Baby DragonX. We've seen a really interesting run-up of the ratio between our primary liquidity pair of BDX and DragonX. So if we liquidate about $1 billion of BDX through single-sided liquidity and hold that balance as DragonX, that's going to be good for everybody. It worked out extremely well when we did that with Grant. And I just think they're doing a fantastic job. Eric's a genius over there, what he's done. He's got a super strong community. and we like what he does, so we appreciate what he does. So those are the broad strokes. I think I've covered everything I need to. Was there anything else? I think that's it. There may be an NFT component in Rune. If any of you OG members or people with good memory think back to when Baby DragonX was launching, we had a bunch of different color baby dragons. There was reds, orange, greens, ghost, shadow, and these things. And then we had about 4 or 5 eggs that all had these runes on them. So we're considering how to work NFTs into Rune. These could give a benefit of a slightly bit more if you own a rune and you mint. But the main thing about the rune is just to hold it, because runes could be very interesting in the future. And there's not going to be many of them. Maximum probably 88, might even be less. So I think that's enough. We're just going to give that in. Please stop by the Baby DragonX Telegram. It's jamming in there. We got plenty of mods, great community members that love to help. And thank you for everyone's time. And can't wait to hear the rest of the space. Cheers.
Thanks, James. Thanks for the update. TitanX, over to you.
Hey guys, Dark here. Can you hear me, Plano? Okay, brilliant.
Yes, I can. Yep.
So we got our audits back in this last week. So for those that are interested, please go ahead, and I did post it on our Twitter. It's also available on our Telegram. And the one issue that came up is that there is a degree of centralization. And this is something we unfortunately can't circumvent because it's currently not feasible to run the game on the blockchain and update it after every game due to gas fees. So in this past week, we've been in talks with Jake and Dude, and we were trying to find a way forward. And what we decided on was a validator agreement. And what this essentially is that we have a multisig, and then us at Aviator X wouldn't be the only people in control of the smart contract. For users to get withdrawals, there'd have to be a consensus between us and our validator partners, and together we would then allow withdrawals. What this does is it makes our smart contract rug-proof, and we put limits on there that there's a limit a person or a user can withdraw within an hour. These are just security measures we put in place, and to try to give the community peace of mind and do the best we can given the current infrastructure. So Dude said he's on board. We have reached out to Eric, and he hasn't gotten back to us yet. And if he doesn't get back to us, we would offer this to other BOT protocols. And if other protocols aren't keen, we would then offer it to other community members, well-respected community members. So what does this entail? This means we require 3 parties to be involved in our multisig to form a consensus. Like I said, so far it's us, Dude, and we need 1 more party. So for each withdrawal, we will then offer 1% of this withdrawal to each of the validator partners. This is to incentivize them to help us, and we would then send this either to their burn wallet or either the DragonX vault or the Helios treasury or whatever the case is, or to a wallet of their choice. This is still something me and the team are deciding, and we will decide that within the next week. So if any other protocols are interested, please feel free to reach out to us. It is a TitanX that we'd be sending. So if you need TitanX for your protocol, please feel free to send us a message. We have created all the code, and we have a YAML for the techie guys. If you guys want to build the code yourself, it tells you exactly what you need to do. And this just allows us at Aviator X not to have full control of the smart contract or the use of the smart contract. Let me put it that way. And yeah, that's the latest from us. This is the last hurdle in our roadmap, and then we're pretty much ready to go live.
Hey, Aviator X, Baby DragonX is interested. I just dropped a chat there. Please ping us.
Okay, well, I see Eric is in chat here.
Okay.
We said we'll give him until Sunday.
Can you have more than 3? Have you considered that?
Well, I mean, we could do 5, but that's up to the team. let's see if Eric gets back to us. Otherwise, you're up next. Thanks.
Alrighty. Cool.
Great. So VTX, is that it? That's the summary of your update, huh? Was there
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
else?
that's the latest from our side.
Okay. Great. I mean, when again did you say is your likely date of launch, or when you're? I mean, I'm not going to hold you to it, but if you've ticked all the boxes, you've got the audit back, and it seems that's the one issue. When are you looking at going to market?
I mean, essentially, we could, if all our partners, if this partnership, the partner protocol gets sorted out, we could essentially be live within a week. Our platform's been tested, our smart contract's been audited. The smart contract itself is secure. It's just we need to get the validator protocol sorted. So yeah, most likely from once we get things sorted, give or take 5-7 days.
Okay. I mean, how many audits have you obtained? Am I kind of jumping the gun here and thinking that perhaps it's just the one?
Correct. It's just the one.
Okay. Okay. I think we'll get to questions later on. Thanks again. Volt, are you ready? Are you ready now?
Yeah. Hello. Good evening, everyone.
Good.
Can you, yeah.
Good
nice.
evening. Yes.
Yeah. So,
Well, it's over to you.
thank you. Yeah. So let me give the update for Volt, and I'm going to try and keep it short and clear. I'm trying to be more and more clear after speaking with some friends, some guys. I just want to make it as clear as possible. So also feedback on Volt is awesome if anyone has stuff. So first, quick 30 seconds about what Volt is. Volt is like in my opinion, it's like an improved Inferno with a 10-day mint cycle, a massive buy and burn, and it's a deflationary auction which continues. So I dropped the Telegram so the full distribution is given in 10 days. I was just speaking to some guys on Telegram now, and they weren't aware that the full distribution of the Volt token is just in 10 days. Then from day 11, everything that is in the auction has been brought from the liquidity pool, and because part of the buy and burn goes into future auctions, and part is burnt, and it's a very interesting mechanic with some interesting things. So I dropped the Telegram in the comments below, so you can come in. We're gonna and an hour before this stream, by the way, I'm gonna be on the chat in the Volt Telegram just to answer any questions, and then when the Titan community space starts, we'll jump over. And I'll probably do another one on Wednesday, so twice a week. I just have AMAs in Telegram. That's my plan, to ask anyone and connect with everyone who wants to chat about anything, but especially Volt. So what about other updates on Volt? Audits for Volt start tomorrow, and we got an amazing auditor. It's actually Jake's favorite auditor. I really like this guy, and he audited TitanX. He's I'm sure, I don't know for sure, but I'm sure he audited Hydra. It's Eric's favorite one. I asked him what Eric recommended. He recommended this guy. So he starts tomorrow with the audit of TitanX. Oh, sorry, the audit of Volt. Launch. I'm going to hold off on a launch date, even though we're probably going to be ready soon. I want to hold off a launch date till after Hydra has been launched, and Flux also. Well, Flux is launching soon, I'm sure, but I think after Hydra, whenever that's going to launch, I'm going to. So that's that. I'll announce the launch date after that. And lastly, yeah, the streaming this week for me is I'm on Crypto Awesome tomorrow in the afternoon, and with the famous Mo, on Wednesday. On Tuesday, the Weekly Blaze is on. I might be on that, but that is an awesome show. So that's definitely worth going to. The Weekly Blaze Tuesday, about 10 p.m. UK time. On Thursday, I'm doing a deep dive into TitanX protocols. I've called it Inside TitanX. It's on my YouTube, and I'm just talking about other protocols. This week we got Titan Legends and Rudy's on, and I'm just gonna. I like tokenomics, and so I just enjoy. I enjoy just hearing what others are doing, and then asking questions. So, and then on Friday, I'm going to start a show called. It's going to be called Titan. What's it called? Bull. I forgot the name. I forgot the name. It's a cool name. Anyway, there's a show. Something Bull something. What's it called? Yeah. Well, that's going to be on Friday, and I'm going to just be looking at TitanX as a whole and seeing what's going on, and just talking about crypto. Oh yeah, Bullforce. It's going to be called TitanX Bullforce, Titan Bullforce, or something like that. Bullforce. Yeah, just talk about the ecosystem, what's going on, and crypto, and also I'm interested in DeFi and all sorts of stuff. So I'm just going to chat about that and liquidity. So yeah, that is the update for Vault. We're really excited. Please join us on the Telegram, and I appreciate the time here today.
Great, thank you. Thanks for the update, and we look forward to the the Friday show that you would be hosting, and of course you say you'll be launching after Hydra. We look forward to that as well. Have you got your audits, by the way? Just that, even though I know you say you're ready, presumably you have got your audits, or am I again?
Yeah, audits. Well, audits. The first audit is starting tomorrow, and it's the famous TitanX auditor who Eric recommends.
You mentioned that.
Yeah, and then we're going to do another audit after that, and then probably I'll do a third audit because I'm like Jake and I'm paranoid, so I probably just need 3 audits. But I've got 2 auditors lined up. If there's no issues with like it's Dead Rose, everyone knows Dead Rose. There's no issues with him. With that, the second audit will start next Saturday, probably next Saturday.
Okay.
So yeah, we're doing that. So the protocol will probably be ready to launch, but I won't announce a launch date until after Hydra. Yeah.
Okay. Well, sounds good. Thanks again. I know we're coming up to the hour mark. We've had our builders updates. I think we do have a few more minutes, of course, for 1 or 2 updates. I wonder, Eric, given you're in the house, I've sent you an invite. I don't know. Are you up for giving a summary of where we are with Hydra? I know you've just come off a stream, kind of a multi-hour stream on Hydra, but I just wonder whether you can give us the short of it here. Let me try again sending the invite. Let's see. Give us a thumbs up if you are up for coming up and giving a summary. Or okay, great. I'll take it that okay. So Eric is up now. Great. Oh wow. Okay. Bounced back. That seems. Hi, Eric. Can you hear me?
I'm having some issues connecting.
Not a problem at all.
You're coming through loud and clear now.
Okay.
Loud and clear. Correct. Good.
Well, yeah, I was just watching the stream.
Yeah.
It was pretty extensive. It's about 3 hours.
That's correct.
So,
yeah. Good.
I won't even try to recap it because we went over so much on that stream, and the white paper is now up for Hydra. So I guess one thing I will say is just head over to the Hydra Telegram and check out the white paper.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we so that's for the benefit of those who are not on the stream. So I'll just say, so we don't have a launch date yet, I guess. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Right. We will launch.
No, not yet. Okay, but it's likely to be this month.
Yes.
Second. Okay, great. Secondly, has it been audited? Has the code been audited? Just clarify that again.
Yeah, so Dead Rose is finishing his audit tomorrow. Sounds like he's got a busy schedule. I guess he's moving right over to Volt after that.
Okay.
So yeah, he's finishing, but I think we may do a second audit. It's coming back quite clean, but to be on the safe side, we may do a second. The code's already been audited like 5 times because it was TitanX and then it was Hyper and now it's Hydra. So it's just a code diff audit, but yeah, we may do one more.
Okay, great. Well, okay, I guess that's a case of watch this space for all of us. I know you mentioned some time, this was last week or so. Are you going to have a stream on this as well? Another one? Are you having one with Mo? From what I understood, I think you did mention that you had.
Tomorrow, tomorrow I have a stream with Randy Hilarski from Pulse Chain. He's a big player in Pulse Chain and he has a big private group. And then when the launch day comes for Hydra, I'll be streaming with Mo. He'll be with me on launch day. We'll be going over the UI and things.
Okay, great. I think for everyone's benefit, I think one thing that we have, and the great thing about this space is this, and this is DeFi of the people, by the people, and for the people. I think you could break this down to say that you could see the level of interaction between founders and the community. Actually, there isn't a difference because your founders are community members and vice versa. So in effect, your founders emerge from the community, and unlike other spaces or many other ecosystems, even when a protocol is launched, the founders and the team remain in regular contact with the community. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen this anywhere else, and I think this really points to the power of the ethos that TitanX brings. So just wanted to mention that. Okay, so I think on that note, I think we're opening up now for questions. I will mention this I'm going to touch a bit on marketing later on, but I think we really do need to open up for questions now. But I do have some updates on the marketing front. So the floor is open. If you have any questions, please feel free to come up and ask. Okay, and in that case, I think whilst we're waiting for questions, I can probably just dive into the marketing update that I mentioned. Okay, so just very quickly, during the week, I shared a tweet on the marketing team that we're putting together. It's almost, put it this way, it's a lead marketing team, for want of a better word. And the idea is for this team to be able to discuss, exchange ideas, and bring it to the community, share with the community, and move quickly. And I think it's obvious why we do need to move quickly, but let me mention that a couple of reasons. We've got our first year anniversary coming up. We've got our day 369 payout, of course, coming up. Those two events will occur during the same week. We have post day 369. What will that look like from a marketing perspective? And of course, we would want to take into account any legal implications that may arise as a result of our marketing efforts. And I think we have some time, sort of 6 to 8 weeks, to clear up quite a bit. And so we have, and I'll repost that after the spaces. I'll repost the tweet, and again, the objective here is to of course to have a team that can move quickly, also at the same time engage. And I think we would I think we would hopefully make sure that we meet the milestones that I've explained here. We have, of course, the broader marketing group, Telegram group, and I'll say, I mean, every one of us here can definitely contribute, make suggestions. Eric has pushed definitely the idea of tweets or tweeting, making comments on our tweets, and of course we've seen how the explosion of that over the last couple of weeks. I think we would continue to do that, and I would hope that ideas about marketing that anyone has would be brought to the attention of the community. I think that's really the way we work and the way we operate. So I would say please use the marketing Telegram group. The smaller group, as mentioned, would of course help organize the first year anniversary, as mentioned, and things such as contacting community members and founders to speak on our first year anniversary, agreeing on a date for our these interviews. Someone really needs to do it, and so what we have really people who are volunteering their time to put this together. And so people who have skills in editing videos or editing, of course, editing videos, and who can put these together and give us a good view of what the last year has been. We have really come a long way, and that story would need to be told as we approach our first year anniversary. So I'd say, watch the space. Starting from next week, we'll have a member of this group, as I mentioned, a member of the group provide updates. So every spaces on Sunday will have a marketing update from a member of the smaller group, and they will give us updates as to the preparation, any bottlenecks, and how we can clear those bottlenecks. Because of course, end of October, that's the last week of October, would be our first year anniversary. I think the 28th of October. So just let you know, our lead for this team, small team, would be Mo and, bear with me, Bad Sports. So both Mo and Bad Sports will be the lead. And so if they reach out to any of us here, please let's respond and engage. I must say, Mike has talked about the need of being careful here. Be rest assured that people listening to our spaces here and may try to impersonate others. Please make sure that you test or you verify whoever reaches out to you before you disclose any information or you agree to anything at all. So that is important. I'll tell you, for instance, since we started talking about this marketing matter, I've had at least 3 people reach out, one inviting us to speak to her group, and we have another 2 reaching out offering that we speak to their group too, and these other 2 claiming to have over 20,000 members strong, and of course there's a fee attached and all that nonsense. All I'm saying here is that this ecosystem is buzzing at the moment, and it is grabbing some good attention, but it's also grabbing some bad attention as well, and we need to be careful and be aware as to as to what could happen. So I'm not going to flog that. I think Mike has really spent a lot of time dwelling on that already. So I'm opening up again. Please feel free to come in and ask any questions or raise any concerns that you may have. If not, well, I'm going to have to acknowledge, I think the verse is in the house. Hello. And Ali, I think you have something to tell us or explain to us with respect to the MEV bot attacks that Inferno has experienced, and I would hope. Well, let me not. I'm not going to put any words in your mouth. Just let us know.
Oh yeah. No, of course. No, I mean it was pretty ugly for a few days there for us. Yeah, it wasn't ideal. You know, whenever we were there's been a lot of discussions, in the ecosystem about trying to block the MEV bots and stuff like that. And whenever we launched, TitanX was at the bottom. Maybe it's on a 4x from roughly that sort of price point now. And we thought we had enough measures in place in Inferno to negate the MEV bots, but we've kind of almost been a victim of our own success. And getting so much, not only getting so much value in, but when Titan pumped and that ban burn value increased so much, the price for every call and the buy and burn every 30 minutes at its height yesterday was like $5,000. And you remember even at the start of the spaces today, I was saying, we were hoping that we could get to $1 million in that buy and burn at once, even by the end. But the fact remains that there's been so much money pumped into it that the calls for every 30 minutes have gone above this sort of threshold where it can be MEV'd, and the bot that can be sandwich attacked, and that's been happening since last Thursday. So the buy and burn works. It takes 56% of what's in it on a Saturday, 56%, and splits that out over the next week. So it's 4% of that 56% on Sunday, 4% Monday, 4% Tuesday, 4% Wednesday. Then from Thursday to Friday, it ramps up to 10%. And last week, when it went up to 10%, as I say, I think that the amount per call went up to about $4,000, and that opens up the chance for the sandwich bots to attack. Now, we made it public as well that we had one that we could use to reduce the slippage, but in building Inferno all those months ago, we tried to build in to help the Blaze protocol, and we have that liquidity routing for the buy and burn that it routes through the Blaze Titan pool, but it's a V2 pool, and that V2 pool is what's opening it up to attacks. Now today, it's back down to 4%. The MEV bots can't attack it at that sort of value, but towards the end of the week, it will ramp up. Now, we were working tirelessly since we realized it was starting to happen. We were working tirelessly to come up with solutions, obviously using the key to reduce the slippage. The team has built 2 different bots and used different development teams. We've reached out to a lot of people to try and beat them to the call, but it's just not. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but if anybody in the community can reach out to a builder, these guys are tipping the builders of the transaction of the pools. They're tipping them so much money just to get their slice of our buy and burn. So if anybody has any ideas, feel free to let us know, because we've tried a lot of different things. We even added another 60K liquidity. I don't know if the community's been watching what's happened. One of the positive things that's come out of this is the crazy volume that's happened in the TitanX ecosystem. You've seen people posting about TitanX ecosystem having more volume than Pulse Chain, than ZK Sync, and all these other chains. And the reason for that is this MEV, the MEV bot in that Blaze Titan pool, transacting with so much money. I think even today, I think it was about $4 million went through that pool in one day. So we did add a ton of liquidity. The team added about 70K liquidity to that pool in the hope that it might be able to slow the bot down or have some effect. it didn't have the effect that we wanted, but it did make them spend a hell of a lot money, a hell of a lot more money themselves to get that, and we're earning fees back on that. So that's one small win as well from this scenario. But as we go towards the weekend, the likelihood is that unless we come up with some other solutions, and I don't want to speak publicly about some of the things that we're doing, just in case there are some nefarious actors listening, but we do have a few new ideas that we're looking at here to do before the weekend. So if anybody else has anything that, during the weekend, they were getting out of out of $2,500 out of a $4,000 call, they were getting over $1,500 each time. So it's quite a lot of money. I think over those couple of days, they did get away with about 150 grand out of the ban burn. So anything we can do, we've got 4 days. We have been busting our balls for the last 3 trying to come up with solutions. And we've got 4 days now to try and figure something else out. So if anybody has any ideas, feel free to reach out to me or any of the Blaze team, because we're trying to make the best of a bad scenario. As I say, there are some positives that come out of it. We've learned a few things, but yeah, that's really the story. Just to say as well, in the Telegram, we got a shit ton of FUD in the Telegram. And here's my take on it. Yes, it's not ideal. It did come up in audits. It was in our audits as a sort of low severity finding. And the reason for that was because the value that we didn't see the value coming into the protocol that quickly. Maybe we should have been a bit more bullish and seen this coming more down the line, but we didn't. But it was picked up in the audits. And the FUD in the Telegram, people attacking us and saying certain things. Most of the FUD has been batted down by other community members, which I'd like to thank them for that. But we've put so much effort into all our protocols, into this community, and this is not an ideal scenario, but we really do want to ask the community to get behind us and support us in trying to beat this, and not let this one nefarious actor destroy or even slightly destroy what we've built. Even when this is going on, the price is pumping, the holder numbers are going up, the community come into the Telegram, the community is still buzzing, and we're hitting all-time highs. All the metrics that you want to see happening are still happening, regardless of what this MEV bot is doing. So, get a call, get behind us and support us through this little bit of a rough patch, because the Inferno Bull meme coin, it's not going anywhere. This is just the start. Flux is coming. There's another product being developed right at this minute in time, a second product being developed to build on top of it, so that we've only got to get through a week of maybe 2-3 weeks of this buy and burn, and then the supply is still capped, and hopefully from there on they were getting so much participation because people think from that point it's off to the races. The chart starts when the minting ends. So again, anybody any questions, feel free to ask. And yeah, thanks again, Mike.
Great, thanks, Ali. I mean, it's the openness of our ecosystem that really I think lends a lot of strength to everything we do. I think. Thanks for being open about this. Thanks for taking for taking this head on. And yes, I think something needs to be done about it, not just for Inferno, but other protocols. It's good for other protocols to learn from what's going on here. We have a fully decentralized buy and burn. Correct me if I'm wrong with Inferno here. And it probably is the case that in as much as decentralization is the ideal, but I think we're going to have to weigh it up, particularly with the buy and burn function.
Yeah, sorry, can I chime in there? I do agree. We seen certain, we tried to, preach the fully decentralized route, and maybe that's a conversation that needs to be opened up again. We really tried to, launch everything fully decentralized, no control, but sometimes maybe there is a need for it. So yeah, I mean, definitely we've learned the protocols that are coming, that we've got coming, don't route through V2 pools. So, and then it's very easy to, one simple thing is to, you just reduce the call time down even further. With Inferno, we went 30 minutes. In Blaze, it's 15 minutes. New protocols could simply be 7.5 minutes. Keep an admin key that's available. So there's many quite easy ways to negate this.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate that we didn't think it was going to be a problem on this protocol because it was only going to take 8 weeks to mint it.
No problem. So yes, of course. I mean, the Inferno, the issue we have with Inferno is sort of one issue, but of course, looking forward. So looking for a solution for Inferno is definitely a good thing, and that's just one step. But going forward, we want to make sure that our builders are fully aware of this, because as you mentioned, this bad actor has really walked away with a lot of money, and I think the lessons learned for us would be pretty much the price, that if you like, the whatever it is that this, the total amount eventually when you work out how much it is they walked away with, could probably be the price for this lesson. It's an expensive one, but you're absolutely right. And nobody's knocking the Blaze team or Ali. That. Nobody's knocking the team at all. As you know, Inferno was launched as a gift to the community. So the Blaze team put in the effort, the time, built this community built this protocol after Blaze was built. And this was given to the community. So there's no Genesis wallet, from what I understood. Correct me again.
No, we participated like I bought my tokens like everybody else. Yeah,
correct. So it's as fair launch as can be. So all that this is pretty much some feedback. I think we have some really bright developers in this space, in this ecosystem, that definitely can probably come up with some quick and dirty solutions that probably can help ride out this period. But just looking forward for new protocols that are being built, I think perhaps a centralized VNB, just like what we have with TitanX. When I say centralized, the admin keys, absolutely as you said, in order to make sure that these risks are taken care of. Anyway, the verse, yes, you got your hand up. Yeah, over to you.
What's up, Plan A? How you doing, man? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. All right, cool. Awesome. Yes. Just want to double check. Let me know if I start glitching out. But I just want to add on to the Inferno situation. So shout out to my boy Goo God. I see him down there. We do a lot of meme coin research, and we've been doing this for about 2 years. And we're always trying to find innovative projects and front run narratives. And the big thing I really want to make clear about Inferno is the model that they set up could potentially be a new standard for meme coins. Meme coins are very popular with retail. People like dog coins, people like cats. It just is what it is. And in my opinion, if we can find a way to replicate a model similar to what we saw with Inferno, this could be huge for the entire ecosystem. So the main point is, I just want to say thank you to the Blaze team for putting out a product out there, testing it out. It's never, ever going to be 100% correct on the first time around. But the key to understanding this is you learn from it and we move on and we launch different protocols. Now, the one thing I want to put out there is now that Inferno came out, I have been talking with people and, shaking hands and building connections. And I've already know about 7 to 8 other meme coin protocols that want to replicate the Inferno model on top of TitanX. And so that's the key that I want to get across. And that's what we're bringing into the TitanX ecosystem. So overall, it's a little bit of a bummer. We can, find a way to keep Inferno alive. I'm still going to support it. We got Flux coming out. And then I also heard something about a project building Inferno on top of Inferno. I'm not really smart enough to figure that out, but it sounds awesome. And I'm really excited to see what happens. So yeah, shout out to the Blaze team. Shout out to Eric for launching Hydra today with Jake. Well, the white paper, excuse me. Really excited to see how that protocol performs. And, the thing that I will say is we have a critical point coming up with the TitanX ecosystem. September 15th, I believe we have another big minor claim. After that, the supply mint is going to drop off exponentially. right at that time, we're going to start to see the mintable inferno get turned off, and we got the buy and burn setting in, potential hydro launch. I'm not going to speculate too much on that. And then we got day 369. So in my opinion, not financial advice, the end of September and October is going to be huge for TitanX. Keep it positive, keep building, and keep it moving. So shout out to everyone here, and please follow all the speakers, like their posts, repost, and continue to support so we can get more growth in the ecosystem. So that's all I got. Thanks, guys.
Great, thanks, Diverse. Really golden nuggets there. Absolutely, very focused, and it's really, you know, you can almost feel it. Come October, come November, you know, we will be in a different in a different territory, and let's see how the protocol will behave. But I think so far, TitanX has exceeded all expectations and continues to do so. Let's see how the protocol behaves, or the entire ecosystem behaves come November. But thanks again, thanks for that. Any questions, anyone? Any questions? Any
I just want to
general statements? Yeah, Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, just something probably regarding Ali and the arbitrage bot. I had something like that, like on completely unrelated to TitanX, where we are trying to also beat these kind of people. One thing I've learned there is these bots are willing to give up so much profit to the builders that is extremely hard to compete with them. But I mean, there is a way to compete with them. But now is the question is like, you're gonna be fighting with them. How much percentage you're gonna give to the builders, to the block builders? The funny thing is, one of the many builders out there is also Titan builder. He's also one of the block builders. But anyhow,
No, we've seen that we've seen that before on the Blaze launch.
Yeah.
The bot that attacked the Blaze launch,
Yeah.
or the attack, it was Titan builder. It's just a massive.
But
it's
that's
just a massive
the
one.
thing is, the Titan builder itself is not the bot. It's just he's just a builder. Somebody who is running that bot is using Titan builder too. So the block builder himself, they just build blocks, and they want to maximize their pay. So whoever has a bot can use any builder. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I was just laughing because when we seen when we
I
seen it was
know.
Titan builder, we were like, "What the fuck, Titan builder?"
What a coincidence! It's crazy, right? At least it's not a Titan X builder. Or we don't know. We don't know. The attacker could be one.
I just want to add on to that I'm not, the situation is unfortunate, but I'm still absolutely happy to have Inferno part of E280 and Flux. Like, we'll be supporting Inferno twice because, you know, building on Flux is building on Inferno. So still, you know, we're still moving in the right direction. So just wanted to point that out for everybody. And also, again, we got the stream with Verse going on tonight. Check us out.
Yeah, one thing's important to say, that when the supply gets capped next Saturday, the ban burn will just keep burning away at supply. I don't, it's not going to have the MEV bot is not going to have. It's only going to slow down the burning a little bit. And yes, they're getting away with funds, but it's not going to have any effect on the price negatively, unless the community decides that they don't want to support anymore. But that's not what I'm seeing at all. All the metrics are still looking really, really strong.
Great. Well, thanks, Ali, and please do keep us updated as to how this all pans out. I mean, you do mention, of course, after week 8, but the fact is, if these attacks continue, they're still making away with money, and the fact is, your buy and burn is your internal demand for these tokens. So ultimately, it will if put it this way, it would, if you can do anything about it, I'd rather put it this way, if you could do anything about it, or you and the team, and I know you guys are working tirelessly. Please do get other builders in the space involved. I'm sure you probably you have Eric, Mike. You can have definitely a different session on this because I think it would definitely be, if something could be done, then it definitely would. There'll be definitely economic energy going to Inferno and the Inferno community. So I'm not going to overflog it, leave it there. Thanks again. I think for the community, it's good that when you have this level of openness and discussions could be had, and for the benefit of the community. So that's great. And by the way, yes, Inferno has just been, gosh, it's exceeded every expectation, and that's wonderful to see. So great. Okay, so again, the floor is open for any questions. If not, we'll start rounding up. And I must say thanks to everyone for joining. It's sort of week in, week out. We're here and we're working towards a common goal. We're doing DeFi together, and I'm learning a lot. And this is really what this space is about. I must say again, as stated earlier, here in this space you have the opportunity to embark on a journey with builders from the start, from inception, all the way to the release or go live of the project. That you feel really a real bond with the teams. You're really part of the team, and the team is part of you, of the community. That it really plays a role in terms of performance and the level of the heart and skill that is brought to bear with respect, to delivery. So I must take this point further as well and say, during the week I got into some, sort of an exchange with some community members. I don't know whether to call them community members. I don't know how long they've been within the community, but I just found that it was just simply, and I think I can actually make mention of this so that this doesn't seem bigger than it is. Now, this is with Titan Legends. Titan Legends is, for those of us who know, is a protocol that launched the NFTs, very early on, and further down, you've had the founder now has come back and he's releasing something tomorrow. He also, I think the point was raised, why isn't DragonX listed on the Mike Dean's TitanX hub? And of course, I drew from Mike Dean's TitanX hub to provide a bird's eye view of the entire ecosystem in order to help our new joiners, people who want to understand the ecosystem, quicker. Now, so the discussion really was a bit heated, but it's the point is this: I can create a meme coin and call it Jake Sharp XX whatever, and I can then tug at the heart of the community because it's called Jake. It's called Jake Sharp, and I can then refuse to go through the usual community verification or scrutiny. And I can, of course, attack the guardrails that we've had in place for 10 months that has really served us very well. And hope that by attacking the guardrails, an exception could be made for me. But the fact is this: if we start getting rid of these guardrails, it will be a free-for-all. And how then do we justify to someone who comes in, refuses to go through the scrutiny of this, the community scrutiny, refuses to do, and says to us, listen, you've listed JX. That's a precedent. They didn't go through any community scrutiny or verification. So why are you being inconsistent? Now, there are no, straightforward answers to this, but I could tell you, Eric went through this when he launched DragonX. Even with all the skepticism that he met, he went through it. I can remember asking Mike with the code review, what do you read? What do you see in the code? And Mike's words, still remember it. This protocol was beautifully coded. Beautifully coded. So even though a lot of people did not agree with Eric, you just could not but agree that the code was beautifully written. He went through the community scrutiny. So did Dude. So did Ali and his team. And we can also see with this Aviator X, he came in saying that he wanted to launch, he was ready to launch very quickly. We asked him, listen, you need to go through the community scrutiny here. And you also need to build your community. We need to look at the code. You need to do, and he went back to the drawing board and did exactly what he was meant to do. What I can't agree to with this particular community that I'm talking about, Legend, Titan Legend, is this attempt of trying to bypass this verification that I mentioned. Nobody's paying us to do this. Nobody's paying Mike to go through these, these codes and have these questions. Each of these codes and each of these protocols require time. I think it's showing this community disrespect. If you've launched your first token, your JX, you've bypassed all the verification process. You're launching your second token, and you're giving us very little time to examine this. I'm sorry to bring this up here, but I think you put this community at risk. You make it very difficult for us to, if we then yield to this badgering and almost bullying to list. I mean, how then do we justify, what we've put other people through, or what we put the other protocols through? So I'm sorry that I have to harp on this, but if any new builder is looking at building, please understand this. This is a very different community from several other communities out there and I'm not going to sort of delve into what you can find there, but the level of bad behavior that you could find, there, and the damage to communities, the damage to people that this causes financially and otherwise, is something we do not want here. And you know what? Even after the community verification, there's no 100%, there's no certainty that the protocol will not fail. But the chances of failure increase dramatically without verification. And you could see exactly over the last 10 months how this community has grown. So I'm going to continue to remind us of this, because it doesn't seem the message, is getting through the way it should get through. But yes, I think I just have to leave it at that. We're here, as a community, to build as a community and to grow as a community. And we're quite open. Everyone here now has seen with Ali, we've had extensive discussions, with Ali, very open. There's no bypassing the community. There's no dodging questions at all. And we work together to repair or to contribute in whichever way we can. Okay, I think enough on that now. I would want to say I think we'll be closing if there are no questions. I think O2NT. You had your.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me? Am I lagging or no?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Perfect. What's up, bro? What's up? I just want to give a big shout out to Mike Dean and the Verse, of course. And the Verse is because when I first got into the TitanX ecosystem, it was his videos in specific that influenced me to get a part of the movement. I've I think I've been in since day 26, and it's been mind blowing. I'm probably one of the youngest persons in here. I'm only 21, but to be able to set the 280-day miners when I did, and I got to live my life and stuff. And right now I'm in the Philippines, so it feels like a glitch in the matrix. Literally, like moving from San Diego to the Philippines for the last 7 months. It's like I get to claim the miners, and it's like they're worth thousands. It's crazy. But I just wanted to spark conversation of when and where is the TitanX meetup gonna be? If anyone wants to butt in.
Okay, there isn't any plan currently to.
That's why I'm
have a
right here.
meeting.
So we're about to make the plan right now. We're about to start. We're about to.
Well, I think that will come. That will definitely come in the future. But for now, I think there is quite a lot of work for us to do. If you're in earlier, we're actually looking at having a first year anniversary, and that's pretty much going to be virtual. But in time, the meetup will happen. I have no doubt about that.
Hey, I'll
Right.
tell you what. Remember, Weaponhead had sold those NFTs for cruises. Unfortunately, back then I didn't have 2 pennies to scratch together. I couldn't get one. I need to tap on Weaponhead and see what's going on there to see if kind of what the particulars are. If baby DragonX does enough X's on day 369, I'm willing to sponsor something. So I of course that needs to be quite a few X's. If we do 15X on baby DragonX, then there will be some funds to be able to do something. So please participate. Help us get there. Thanks all.
Well, great. Thanks, James. Thanks for that. Good. Okay. If there are no other questions, we'll start. We'll start wrapping up now.
Hey, Plan A.
Okay.
Hey, just real quick, can I chime in real quick?
Please. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say, hey, shout out to you, 02MT. That's great that you're getting in early. You're a lot younger, and younger generation is important. And one thing I want to encourage you to do is consider educating as many people, get into TitanX and really learn this ecosystem. And sooner or later, there's going to be a younger generation that comes up and continues to carry the torch. And we're in the first 8 years of TitanX. You're going to see some inflation, and then it's going to get capped, and then it's going to get pretty cool to see the type of adoption behind this. So I just wanted to tell you, great work, keep it up, and let us know if there's anything we can do to assist you.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Especially Richie too. When we go back and forth on the DM, he's just always telling me like, "Fool, you're in the right place. You're in the right place. Like I've seen everything. I've seen this. Like you're where you need to be." And what you said is true. I got to influence the people my age. Because everybody who's younger don't like to talk about crypto because they're too busy, with life and with just social media. So I want to be the one I'm going to start showing my face. I'm going to start making videos too. I was doing it in the beginning, but I was really waiting for my miners to just mature to start posting more content. So I'm doing for that. Got you, bro.
Great. Thanks. Thanks again, O2NT. Johnny, over to you.
Yeah, hey everyone. Just another great space. Some very intellectual people. The community continues to surprise me, and been in crypto for like 6-7 years, and just been around different communities, and this is just something completely different. Even through the bad times, I mean, people are always willing to take time and help out for the most part, and trying to educate people. And I think the big message that I think Eric and Jake and everybody's saying is that we want to, when we're trying to onboard people, family, friends, and other communities, we don't want to rub this in the faces of other communities, because I mean, we're enjoying the success. I think a lot of us know where this is going as far as the deflationary period and where we're headed. So I think the big thing is just to educate people, have them come into Sunday, because I mean, you can sit here, listen to people, you can listen to the builders, and then you can ask questions, and more than community members are going to be helping out. And then the other thing too I wanted to add is that about 10 days ago I became a premium member with Mike Dean, and he sent me a video just to go through it and just the analytics. And having not, I mean, I've seen some of it, but just the amount of information and the amount of legwork and the details that he gets into the stuff that he provides, it's well worth the money that's being spent. So please, if you're new into this, and you can always send him a DM, and he's always willing to get back to you. I know I've sent him 2 or 3 just to ask him how certain things work. And so please check that out. And everybody, keep telling your friends and family and stuff like that. I know that I onboarded 6 people that came into this. 3 of them came into the ecosystem now. And the only thing is I still don't have a green circle. I don't know why. I'll leave it at that. I've reached out. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but anyhow, take care, guys. Love you all.
Thanks, Johnny. Thanks. That's hilarious. You can get a green circle quite easily. I think we could have to get that sorted.
Hey, the verse, where are you gonna put your green circle?
Oh man, I gotta say one thing. I get roasted about that every single day on Twitter. I need to do some sort of rebranding and stuff. And my biggest thing is the analytics are going up. But when I get the opportunity, I will. So I will say that.
Great.
If the verse does it and Mackenzie does it, I'll do it.
Yeah, Ali, what's going on here, man? Where's your green circle?
Yeah, half and half. Half and half is fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. If you do it and Mackenzie do it, I'll do it.
Hey, Plano, I have a question. You don't have to dox yourself, but where are you located? Like, what region in the world?
I'm in Asia.
In Egypt?
No, Asia.
Oh, Asia. Oh, yeah, that's what's up, bro. What part? Thailand?
No.
Okay. I think what's his name? Zebra. I think Zebra's in Thailand, huh?
Is it Zibar?
We gotta do something in Thailand, guys. I think everyone in Thailand.
Zibar wishes he was in Thailand.
I'm in this real life. You know what I'm saying? This internet stuff is cool, but I like to do stuff in real life.
Oh, good. So I live in Southeast Asia. I live in all the countries in Southeast Asia. Half time in Singapore, half time in Vietnam, and I'm about to swing over to Koh Samui in Thailand. I love to go to Bali, and I lived in Manila for 2 years. So basically all the countries here, wherever you reach out in Southeast Asia, I'm probably in one of those countries.
Good. So O2MT, is that fine? Good. By the way, I'm not far away from I'm not far away from James. So I'm in Hong Kong. So James is aware of that as well.
Oh yeah, that's what's up, bro. Yeah, I'm in the Philippines. I'm living life. I'm just working out, eating clean. You feel me? Having fun. Go surfing with Verse.
Oh, okay.
Yo, we gotta do it. I got you, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. But yeah, good stuff. Yeah, surfing be fun out in Bali.
Good. I think yes, there's some ideas for the meetup coming up. Coming through here. Maybe this part of the world may be a good idea for the meetup, it seems. Anyway, we're rounding up now. I will say we will start off with closing remarks from I think Mike, and then Dude, Ali, and of course Bolt. And we can yes, James, if you have anything to say, Verse, of course, and then we can round up. Mike, over to you.
Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah. So thank you for being here. And yeah, it's another Sunday. Plan A, shout out to you. Yeah, and all the other speakers. Shout out to Zebra, the Verse, Helios, the Dude, Ali, and all of them. So yeah. I mean, I don't have much to say. I think we're all doing pretty well. The only last thing I would say is probably just join the Hydra Telegram chat. You can the white paper has been released, so you can check it out on also TitanX.com. You should see it. I think Hydra is on the 21st place, and the link to the paper is right there. So yeah, thank you very much, and especially also thank you for all the people who talked about TitanX Premium. So thank you very much, Johnny. Shout out to you, and also Plan A early on. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next week, or actually probably next couple of days. There's a lot more going on.
Yeah, I'd just like to say quickly, so I got to bounce off here. Just want to say quickly, yeah, join us on the weekly Blaze for the Community of Unity stream. We've got Richie B, the Mo, and a few others coming on. There's about eight people from the community in total. We'll be digging into a lot of different protocols. So, like last week's show, there was a shit ton of alpha. I'm expecting the same from this week's weekly Blaze show. So, yeah, thanks very much for letting me speak this week. And yeah, see you all on Tuesday at the weekly Blaze.
Awesome. Thanks, Ali. I'm going to try to make that as well. Put that on my calendar. It sounds like a good time. And also I wanted to point out that TitanX Premium is amazing. For any of you guys that really want to dive in deep with the analytics and make more informed decisions on like starting miners and stakes and just all the graphs and information that you can get on the TitanX Premium, it really helps. Like I said, it's really more for advanced users, but it is amazing. And then I want to show the verse one more time. We are going to be on live and stream in about 6 hours, something like that. So check us out. Thanks. Have a good Sunday.
Vote after you, and yeah, vote. James, can you go? Can you go first, and then
I can go. So I've heard TitanX Hub Premium so many times. It's about time for baby DragonX to sign up. So I'm looking here at Elite, $500 a year. I'm just checking out what I get here, what we get here. It's not really for me. So yeah, we're definitely Mr. Dean. Fantastic job on all this stuff. Dude just sold me on it. So well done, Dude, for going through all the benefits there, because I really didn't know what the benefits were. So you got a new customer from the stream, and thank you for all your support. Like I said, baby DragonX, we're super happy to be a part of this. I'm a brand new builder. You know, I launched a couple stealth coins back in the old early year just to learn how to do it. Then I think we did it right with baby DragonX, using the DragonX team, which is a fantastic team, using the auditors they recommended. You know, went off without a hitch. And we just love the idea of launching meme coins with utility. They're all wrapped around each other. Liquidity webs, whatever you want to call it. So thanks again, everyone. Have an amazing week ahead.
Thank you, James. Vote, over to you, and after you then the verse. Okay, I think we can go to the verse now. The verse, over to you.
Yeah, man. So hey, just want to say thank you guys
leave us with some really good words of or wisdom and advice. As we look forward to the week ahead.
Yes, sir. I got you. So just want to say real quick, thank you to everyone coming on to the spaces. Please support every single person on this account. And one thing I just want to say is, me and the dude from Helios, we're going to dive into the protocol, talk a lot about some alpha tonight. So tune into that live stream. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about Hydra if we get enough people in there. So good stuff. And then lastly, keep in mind, TitanX adoption's coming in. We got meme coins coming through. So please tune in, watch our accounts, follow my boy Goo God, because we are going to be covering meme coins. And lastly, do not sweat the small things. Keep up the good work hard, and it's all going to pay off in the end. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, the verse. Thanks to all our speakers, to everyone. I'd say wishing you a great week ahead, and we'll do it again next Sunday. Take care, and bye for now.